If you are looking for an email marketing course, you're in the right place. In this video, we will dive into the structure of email marketing plus other things. This is the 5th of 5 videos in the complete course. The others can be found below. If it is the first time on our channel, it is great to have you along. Please like and subscribe so that we can send you more great videos. Now there are a few important links below. The first is software that is undoubtedly the fastest and cheapest way to build an email list. It can also be used to grow social media followers, podcasts, fill calendars, and make sales simultaneously. After watching the training, grab the $1 trial. There is also a link for anyone wanting to grab their version of this great course, at a massive 97% discount. Plus there are 3 bonuses, including a website traffic training book. Finally, there is also a link for those small business owners who want to take their digital marketing knowledge to a different level. We have teamed up with the Internet Business School to grab you a massive 50% discount on the most complete course on the market. Plus this is the only one to come with lifetime updates. Now on to the training.
Chapter 5. Structure of Email Marketing. Part 1. What does all this have to do with a mailing list? Now that I have stepped you through the process of compelling storytelling and storytelling elements, I will put everything into perspective as far as your mailing list is concerned. Your mailing list has to have a context. Otherwise, you are not going to make much money off your mailing list. Your mailing list would be just a random collection of list squatters. That is what most email marketers have. Some people squat on their mailing lists. This may seem innocent enough, but for every month those people hang out on your list, the more money you lose. You have to understand that your mailing list service charges you a monthly fee. Whether you pay $10 or $100 a month, that is still money out of your pocket. 1. The key is to eliminate as many mailing list squatters as possible. The only effective way to do this is to incorporate many storytelling elements to the stages. Before people sign up to your list, before people get to your squeeze page, during the time they are reading your squeeze page, and after they sign up to your squeeze page. 2. Effective storytelling techniques before your squeeze page. Many list marketers have this mistaken idea that their job is simply to drive traffic to their squeeze page. It doesn't matter what it takes or how long it takes. Their job is to drive traffic to the squeeze page. If this is your attitude, you are setting yourself up for failure. 3. Effective list marketing is all about quality, not quantity. Unfortunately, the mindset I have just described is all about quantity. You don't care where the traffic is coming from. You don't care about context. You don't care about perceived value. All you care about is hitting some quota to feel that you are doing your job. This is a recipe for disaster. Instead, you should apply storytelling elements to things you do that get people to your squeeze page. These are things that happen before people get to your squeeze page. Practical storytelling aspects impact the following. 4. Your blog post has to tell a story. Your blog post has to get your reader excited about resolving a particular problem. An effective story-driven blog post opens the reader's mind regarding a problem, a solution, and why your answer is the best. Of course, you shouldn't do these all in one sitting. Otherwise, your blog post will look like spam. However, you must string your blog posts together to walk your reader through the buying cycle. What is the buying cycle? For people to buy from you, they must first trust you. For people to trust you, they must first like you. Finally, for people to like you, they must first feel that they know you. All these are interrelated. You have to go through these steps before you make a sale. You can't simply jump from square 1 to square 4. It doesn't happen that way. That is how spammers try to do it, and this is why most spam doesn't work. Spam only works based on sheer numbers. However, in terms of marketing effectiveness, it doesn't work at all. You have to weave in storytelling elements into all your blog posts. All your blog posts should first get people familiarized with your information. Secondly, they should get them to feel that your blog is an excellent source of information regarding a particular niche topic. Finally, they should trust your information enough that they would want to join your mailing list. These may seem like they are entirely separate from each other. but they flow into each other. Simply ignoring this relationship is setting yourself up for eventual failure. Be aware of how they link to each other. Make sure that your blog posts are interlinked so that, regardless of where the reader is on the buying cycle, this person is easily one click away from the blog post that is directly related to their state of mind. For example, you are driving traffic to your blog, and most of your traffic blend is composed of people in the know stage. There should be enough blog posts in your blog that appeal to these people's needs and, most importantly, push them to the like stage. How do you move people to the like stage? Very simple. You include a link in all your blog posts so that these links act as filters. A person who is in the know stage, and ends up landing in the trust blog post, can easily click on a link that would speak to a person's needs in the know stage. Similarly, when somebody is on the like stage, they can easily click on a link to information devoted to them. Once they develop enough trust and you have enough credibility, they can quickly click on a trust link. This link goes to a post dedicated to people who already have confidence in your content. The whole point, of course, is to drive all these people to your squeeze page. But that is like putting the cart before the horse. You have to walk people through whatever stage of the buying cycle they are in for you to effectively and efficiently convert them into list members. The same analysis that played out in the blog post discussion above plays out in articles. The big difference is that your papers have to be brand-oriented. Most people who do article marketing publish their articles on other people's websites. It is crucial to create a well-tailored report, flexible enough that it appeals to a wide range of readers. Even if the reader is at the most basic level of the know stage, they should still find enough elements in your article to want to click through and find more information. This can get quite tricky because you are like walking a tightrope with one piece. You have only one bite at the apple. You should probably already know that when you try to be many things to all people, you are setting yourself up for a potential disaster down the road. This is definitely what is at play. This is what makes article marketing tricky. You have probably read many ads saying somebody would write an essay for you and that article would make money. 9 times out of 10, those articles are worthless. A well-crafted story-driven report must effectively identify the reader's state of mind regarding the buying cycle. It must push that person to visit your website, and from your website, you can filter that person further. That is the job of the article. The job of the article is not to convert. The article's position is not to suck up traffic from a source and dump them to your squeeze page. While you still have to suck visitors out of where your article appears, you also have to filter them. This is why writing an excellent story-driven essay is like walking a tightrope. On the one hand, you can fall into the trap of just simply trying to get that person to click on a link so that you can have traffic. On the other hand, you can fall into the trap of positioning the article towards a stage of the buying cycle that the vast majority of your article's probable readers may not be on. This is an adamant position to be in. Thankfully, with the decline of article submission websites and changing reader preferences, this may be one problem that you can avoid because it is no longer a viable traffic option. However, there are still many article websites out there, and they still do get some traffic. So you need to keep this in mind. This discussion also applies to guest posts or contributed content in blogs that specialize in your niche. How do you incorporate storytelling into social media and forum posts? With forum posts, it is pretty straightforward. You only need to break up the discussion into different positions. Some of your posts can be targeted at people who are looking to know a particular subject matter. Some of your arguments can be directed to people who already know about one specific topic but are trying to decide which category of information to go with. These people are just trying to fine-tune their understanding regarding a particular niche. Then, of course, there are posts that you can make for people who already trust a particular solution and just need a push to make a decision. Forums are relatively easy to market to. It is so easy that it is very tempting just to drop a link and leave. If you conduct yourself that way, you are spamming. Not only will your account get banned, but your brand might get tarnished. You should focus instead on compelling storytelling. Forums are relatively easy to market to. It is so easy that it is very tempting just to drop a link and leave. If you conduct yourself that way, you are spamming. Not only will your account get banned, but your brand might get tarnished. You should focus instead on compelling storytelling. Tell a story. Lay out an emotional story of why the particular niche you are in matters and the common issues that come out. Write reports based on those common issues. For example, if you are in the weight loss niche, posting on a forum or a Facebook group specializing in diets or weight loss, you can tell a story of how you lost weight. You can preface the story with anecdotes of how hard it was to lose weight with your old lifestyle. You can then walk the reader through the different alternative solutions you tried in the past and how you felt. When you introduce an element of emotion into a story, and it makes the story more vibrant. Human beings are not robots. We are not driven primarily by logic and reason. Emotions drive us. The more emotional elements you put into your story, the more human you look and the easier it would be for people to identify with you. This is important because forums can get quite heated. This is how forum arguments break out. So there has to be a healthy dose of emotionalism in your story to ensure that you can adequately inject that intellectual payload right into the mental vein of your targets. 5. Be manipulative. People are straightforward to manipulate, seriously. You just need to tell the right story at the right time, and you have them eating off the palm of your hands. This is very easy to do with forums. One of the best ways to do this is not to start a thread. Go into an existing discussion when people are already talking about a particular subject, and drop an anecdote. The anecdote should lead to a conclusion that you want people to have about the specific subject matter. For example, in a diet forum, people might be talking about how hard it is to get up every single day to go to the gym and work out. You can drop a story of how a person used to be very lazy and very fat and as a result, was very miserable and wasted much money on gym membership fees. You can then insert an emotional element of a moment of truth, where this person developed type 2 diabetes or got some sort of scary medical diagnosis. This would glue the reader's attention to the emotional crisis. And then, from there, you can walk them through how this person bought an ebook or bought a diet supplement that started to turn things around. Do you see how this plays out? It is all about setting up the crisis. It is all about setting up the problem so your solution can save the day. This is very easy to do with forums because of the way they are set up. The more emotional the forum members are, the easier they are to manipulate. To a large extent, the same analysis applies to social media. Facebook groups can act like forums. The same dynamics can play out. The same goes for Google+ communities. What is essential here is to wrap your mind around the general concept of looking at the layout of the discussion and figuring out weak spots where you can throw in an emotional story. With this, you can manipulate the emotions of the people reading the forum as it progresses. Instead of the discussion leading to a natural destination, you can divert that to where you want the conversation with an emotional story or anecdote. You want the conversation to be about the particular product or solution you are pushing. That is the way you post on forums. You don't simply just drop a link and leave. That is spamming. That is not going to change anybody's mind. By tugging at their heartstrings, manipulating them with some rational arguments so that it is not entirely emotional, you increase your likelihood of getting people to sign up to your squeeze page and taking the next step so you can convert them. Part 2. 3 top tips that will enhance your email marketing. Every blog should invest heavily in email marketing. Email marketing is a form of marketing that allows you to communicate directly with your audience while cutting out the middleman. Unlike social media marketing, you are not reliant on a third party to pass on your message, and you won't lose all your hard work if your members decide to delete their accounts. Moreover, email marketing will help you convert your readers far more efficiently than any other form of marketing. The simple reason for this is that email marketing is much more personal. These are messages that will end up right in your visitors' inboxes, just as though they were messages from a friend or relative. But to do email marketing right, there are many things you need to keep in mind. Read on for some of the essential pointers. 1. Be personal. Tip number 1 is to make sure that your emails are personal in tone. We have already just discussed that email marketing is more personal in fashion, and you thus need to match that tone in your writing if you are going to make your emails more engaging and exciting. But this has another advantage, too. It will help you get past the spam filter more efficiently in the social and marketing email boxes found on Outlook and Gmail. Use the recipient's name. Most autoresponders include this feature, and ensure your messages use a regular letter type structure. 2. Maintain your list and target. Your sender reputation is a score linked with your IP address or domain in much the same way a credit score can be connected with a particular account. The idea of a sender reputation is that it will reflect the quality of your emails on the whole and whether or not you should be allowed to get through to your readers. Many things will cause you to get a bad score. One of these things is your bounce rate, and if lots of your emails bounce, this can badly affect your score. Another thing is your open rate, and if none of your emails get opened, this, too, will hurt you. The same goes for complaints, of course. So that means you need to focus on the quality of your list more than the size. Are these people who read your blog and who ask to be heard? It's why you must never buy contacts. Likewise, if you have people who never open your messages, delete them. 3. Use the right incentive. The incentive is a gift like an ebook or report that you give away to new subscribers. This is an excellent tool for encouraging people to sign up, but it's essential to be very careful when using it. The reason for this is that the wrong incentive can harm your mailing list. If it's too valuable, people will sign up only to get the gift and then never open your messages subsequently. Very bad for sender reputation. Part 3. An introduction to email marketing. If you run a business, a website, or a blog and want to increase your audience and increase engagement, then the single most effective way to do that is with email marketing. If you listen to pretty much any top marketer, then they will almost always tell you this. They will almost always say that the most critical aspect of their marketing, the thing that led to their success, was email. And there's an excellent reason for this. Or 10. Email marketing allows you to reach your audience straightforwardly. Unlike other forms of marketing, you'll be able to get your audience directly in their inboxes without having to go through any third party. That means that you're not reliant on a platform like Facebook or Twitter or at the mercy of potential changes to policies that could render your messages unheard. It wasn't that long ago that Facebook decided to change its system so that only a tiny percentage of posts from pages got through to followers. With email, your messages are going directly to the users. That means that nothing can prevent you from reaching them, and you know that 100% of everything you send will get the recipient. It means that you don't lose your long list of subscribers if Facebook decides to inexplicably delete your account. This happens. It has happened to me, or if they choose to delete their accounts. This is a relationship that is directly between you and the subscribers. But that's only touching the very surface of what makes email marketing so valuable. As you'll see in the rest of this report, email marketing has many more advantages and tons more reasons why you should invest more time and energy into email marketing. By the end of this report, you'll understand precisely what makes email marketing essential, and you'll hopefully be hyped to dive into the rest of the course to find out how you can make it work for you. First, a few stats first. Let's take a look at a few stats which perfectly illustrate just how impressive email marketing is and how it is transforming business. For example, did you know the following figures? A. Email marketing has an ROI of 4,300%. B. 91% of consumers check email daily. Most people check it much more. C. When surveyed, companies say that email marketing is more profitable than PPC, content marketing, display advertising, mobile ads, social media marketing, direct marketing, affiliate marketing. D. 66% of U.S. consumers over 15 have purchased directly from an email campaign. East, 1/3 of consumers say that they open their emails based on the subject line alone. So, What does all this tell us? Why are these stats the way they are? Firstly, let's consider the ROI. The reason that ROI is so high for email marketing is actually that the cost of entry is so low. ROI is return on investment, the amount of money you make versus the amount of money you spent to make it. In the case of email marketing, you only need to pay for an autoresponder. Once you've done that, you have the means to collect and send emails, which means you can only write said emails. Guess how much writing email costs? And it barely takes any time either. Remember, time is money. In short, this is a quick and cost-effective way to start marketing. Another exciting stat is the fact that 91% of consumers check their email every single day. That's a considerable statistic, but in reality, it's probably rather conservative. The truth is that most of us check our phones not only every single day but countless times throughout the day. The reason for this is that we get a notification each time we get a new email. There is no way to miss an email, which stands in stark contrast to a Facebook post or a Twitter tweet, which is very easy to forget. The primary way that you tend to hear about new Facebook posts is via email. Think about the Facebook pages that you have liked. Can you honestly say that you get 100% of the messages that any of them put out? The answer for most of us is no, and the apparent reason for that is that we'll only check Facebook now and then, and even then, we'll likely only see a small percentage of what's on offer because that's what will make it to our home feed. We would only stand a chance of seeing 100% of the content from a given page as to manually navigate to that Facebook page every day and scroll down through the posts. And who cares enough about a brand to do that? With email, on the other hand, you not only check your inbox multiple times a day anyway but also get alerted each time a new message comes through. Of course, this is only true of your inbox and not of your social mailbox or spam. But using the tips you'll learn throughout this method, you'll learn how to make sure you end up in the inbox and not one of the other two. So, that's what the stats have to say. But what about the things that a survey can't quite capture? Top reasons you need to invest in email marketing. Here are some of the top reasons you can't afford to invest in email marketing. 1. Email marketing is more personal. The first and most important consideration is that email marketing is much more personal than other forms of marketing. When you send someone a message via email, you are messaging them in their inbox, which means your messages will be placed right alongside messages from their friends and family and all the other things they signed up for. All of a sudden, the way that your messages are parsed and interpreted changes. Suddenly, this is in a folder filled with correspondence that demands attention, and your email message will take on that same importance as a result. As a marketer, it's your job to take advantage of this too, by making sure that your content is written in a way that feels personal and direct. This will have a much better impact on readers and make them much more likely to sit up and take notice of what you're saying. People like getting messages from people, not companies. 2. Email marketing is immediate. With email marketing, you have complete control over your message, including the timing with which your message is sent. On Facebook or Twitter, you will write a letter and then hope that your followers will see it at some point shortly. However, we've already discussed that your recipients will get a buzz in their pocket when the new message comes through with email marketing. Even if they have several statements that they haven't read, meaning that they won't get notified for each new message, they'll still tend to check their notes to dismiss those unread contacts several times throughout the day. That now means that you can time when your message gets seen, and therefore you have some control over what mood the recipients are in when they get your message and how they are likely to respond. This is crucial because, as with comedy, timing is everything when it comes to marketing. If you can send a message at the right time, then you can take advantage of current events or of the fact that your subscribers are likely to be tired and thus more impulsive. You just don't get this kind of control with any other form of marketing. We'll learn more about how you can utilize timing in your email marketing over the following several reports. 3. Email marketing requires permission. The simple fact is that you first need their express permission to send a marketing email to someone. And that permission requires them actually to give you their email address and contact details. This isn't as easy as clicking like and it's not something they can do by accident. At first, you might think that this would be a negative thing. After all, it means that you're going to have a much shorter mailing list, and your subscribers might be less inclined to sign up. But that is a positive thing. A big positive. Why? Because it means that the quality of your contacts is much higher. In marketing, quality trumps quantity every time, and by a large margin at that. If your recipients want to be there and interested in signing up, then that means they'll read your messages, and it means they'll be much more likely to click, buy, or pass the message on to friends. And the very act of giving you their email address also increases that trust. When someone gives you their email and invites you to message them, they show that they trust you not to abuse that power and value your ideas enough to give up some of their privacy. This way, they become members of your movement. Again, we'll look at how you can ensure your contacts are 100% valuable and the right fit for your list in future installments. 4. Email marketing allows smart use of data. Many ebooks and blogs don't touch on just how much data you get when email marketing or how flexible you can use that data. With email marketing, you'll be able to sort your contacts into categories so that you can choose to target only the right kind of recipient with your messages. That might mean that you send messages only to people of a certain age, a particular gender, or in a specific location, and this can drastically increase your conversion rates. What's more, though, is that email marketing allows you to monitor engagement. You can use cookies to see which of your subscribers read the messages you're sending and which don't. You can also see which of your subscribers are visiting your site and even whether or not some of them might have looked at your products. All this means you can see which leads are excellent, warm, and hot, and in turn, that means you'll be able to try and convert only the correct recipients that are likely to be tempted and not likely to be frustrated at your contact. On top of that, seeing this kind of information can help you design better campaigns, by visiting which types of messages get opened the most and which types of recipients are more receptive to your message, so that you can try and get more like them. In short, email marketing gives you control over numerous critical metrics, allowing you to target precisely the right people at exactly the correct times. When you combine all these different factors, you have a method of marketing that is simply unparalleled. Many marketers and business owners will put it off as it seems like much work, but in reality, once it is set up and you understand how it works, it couldn't be simpler. And the payoff is enormous. Email marketing absolutely must be a part of your marketing strategy, and over the rest of this course, you're going to learn how to take advantage of it in a massive way. Part 4. Email Strategies. Whether you are new to email marketing or have been refining your email strategies for years, 7 initiatives are essential for your continued email marketing success. 1. Increase your segmentation efforts. Email marketing data offers incredible segmentation power and the ability to take advantage of small audience segments that might otherwise be financially or technically difficult to reach. Start today if you haven't started segmenting your list and sending more targeted messages based on recipient data or behaviors. Most of the research in the email industry indicates that segmentation yields significant gains in email conversions. Some typical strategies for segmentation include: A. Geography. For example, your customer in Florida is unlikely to be interested in a snowmobile. And your customer in Minnesota probably isn't interested in a jet ski, in the winter, anyway. Geography can also be a powerful indicator of buying patterns and other influences on the purchase cycle. Take the high-tech industry, for example. In high-tech pockets like Silicon Valley, early adopters are far more common. B. Demographics. This is another easy one and can make much sense. For example, we know men and women can interpret information quite differently. Younger versus older audiences take in information in different ways as well. Job title and function. Are you emailing potential users with no, or all the, buying power? An owner or CFO may want to know about ROI. A middle manager may just want to make their job easier. And an engineer or programmer wants to find better ways to work. And so on. C. Purchasing frequency. Less frequent purchasers may require a time-sensitive offer to encourage them to act. Or maybe you want to reward regular buyers with exclusive privileges via email. Monetary spending. Adjust resources, so you're dedicating your efforts toward customers who spend the most money with your company. If you have been segmenting your email audiences, don't stop. Try to find new ways to segment and look at segmentation based on historical email activity, perhaps treating people who are frequent clickers or openers differently. 2. Rethink and refine your opt-in campaigns. Perform a checkup on your opt-in processes. Review everything from the data fields you're collecting to the confirmation email you are sending afterward. Small changes can mean significant gains in new audiences and setting the proper expectations for subscribers. A. Can you increase opt-ins by reducing unneeded data collection? B. Are you prominently directing web visitors to sign up for the email? Can you place this on more pages or in more visible locations? C. Do you clearly define significant and relevant benefits for subscribers signing up for your email? Does the email you send confirming the opt-in restate the benefits? D. Do you set expectations and ask subscribers to add this address to your safe list in the opt-in process? The language you use, the support graphics, and the staging techniques you employ can make a huge difference between being ignored and creating an evolving, dynamic relationship that can enhance database precision, enrich the dialogue, and help you showcase a more extensive scope of services. Furthermore, if you're not using strict opt-in policies, start now. As recipients continue to tire of unwanted emails, you'll see declining response rates if you are not using an opt-in only process. 3. Clean your lists and try to maintain them. Perform a thorough cleaning of your email lists. This does not necessarily mean blindly deleting many names but instead using segmentation strategies to treat historically inactive recipients differently from those actively opening and clicking on your email messages. Here are some suggestions for periodically cleaning house. A. Take a close look at your lists and list segments. Are there some list segments you are never using? If so, clean them out. B. Review lists of people who have not responded to messages in the past few months and contact them in a different way than the rest of your list. If they still do not respond, consider removing them. Remember, today's email success is about quality and not quantity. C. Review any new list segments you may want to make. Are there any ways to segment and strengthen messages to various groups? If so, segment them now and start communicating more effectively to those groups. 4. Design for disabled images and preview panes. Audiences are increasingly looking at your messages without images turned on. It may not be their choice, but rather the default of their email client. Make sure your messages are still readable and compelling without images. This may mean designing messages using fewer images or including a short list of articles at the top of your newsletter. This technique works well for people who are viewing your message through a preview pane as well. Make sure enough content is placed in the upper right hand of the letter to give recipients something to act upon will be necessary to success rates. 5. Institute authentication standards. Email authentication has reached critical mass and will continue to grow in importance for email delivery. If you haven't already, make sure you set up SPF records, sender ID records, and mail using domain keys identified mail (DKIM) authentication whenever possible. Proper use of these authentication methods will help your deliverability and build a positive reputation for your domain. Your IT department and email service provider should provide specific steps to set up these authentication methods. They can also verify which authentication methods are set up already if you're not sure. The chart below shows a very simplistic and conceptual view of email with and without authentication. 6. Expand your email testing efforts. One of the best ways to refine your email strategy is through testing. If you're a beginner at this, the simplest form of testing is splitting your email list into A and B segments and sending each component a message where one element, and only one element, is varied. subject line, copy, image, layout, offer, call to action, etc. Then analyze the results to determine which variation was more successful in increasing response, and optimize future messages accordingly. 7. Whenever you're testing, remember the 6 steps for email testing success. A. Ask a question. B. Form a theory. C. Create the test. D. Segment the list. E. Measure and analyze results. F. Make changes. If you're already a testing pro or have performed some tests in previous years, keep refining what you have learned to improve your campaign continually performance. As with many other initiatives we've outlined, small and continual gains can provide significant dividends. 8. Rethink tired campaigns. Marketers are increasingly seeing the power of email marketing when used correctly as part of the marketing mix. We encourage you to go beyond the status quo with your overarching email efforts and aggressively build your campaigns to deliver better results and new opportunities. Rethink campaigns that have run for a while, and look at analytics to uncover new avenues of content or functionality that your audiences may respond to. Email offers a unique platform to quickly and cost-effectively change campaigns for the better. Take advantage of these special abilities to maximize your efforts. Part 5. Benefit of email marketing to small businesses. Email marketing campaigns can assist your small business in developing awareness, loyalty, desire, and trust with its consumers. This form of marketing can be used to retain as well as engage existing consumers. Also, it can as well assist you in establishing new clients. Here are a few of the many ways a well-established email marketing campaign can benefit small businesses. 1. Cost effectiveness. Email marketing campaigns are usually very cost-effective. Directing marketing strategies will require you to have a decent amount of cash to use them effectively. This is because you will be generating accurate content like printed newsletters or advertisements. Direct marketing strategies will also make you spend more cash sending the actual content out to the consumers through postal email. On the other hand, email marketing uses electronic content that is often cheaper and sends it out electronically. Note that sending content via electronic means is usually much more reasonable than sending it out in the real world. 2. It's a targeting marketing strategy. With email marketing, you can be in a position to target specific customers directly. This means that you can be in a place to focus on containing individuals who are likely to react to your messages while at the same time avoiding wasting your time and money in trying to reach those individuals who have not expected to respond. 3. Tracking data. With email marketing, you can be in a position to track data that can uplift your business performance. Since email marketing campaigns are done electronically, it can make it easy for you to track essential data that can help you in the operation of your business. For instance, this form of marketing can enable you to track how many viewers opened your email, how many of them chose to subscribe to your emails, who forwarded your adverts to another person, as well as who listed your emails as spam. Generally, this data tracking system can make it a lot easier for you and your marketing team to figure out which email marketing techniques produce reliable results and the ones that are wasting your time and effort. Once you know this information, you can decide to alter your marketing techniques to become more effective. Don't you think that that is indeed great? 4. It can be automated. Once you've got an idea of the types of content you intend to send out to your consumers through an email marketing technique, it's straightforward for you to automate the process. Typically, this means that you can schedule newsletters and emails weekly or monthly in advance. This can simplify the work for you when it comes to creating the desired content. Also, with this form of marketing strategy, you can be in a position to set up an automated delivery hassle-free, and in the long run, it can save you time and money. 5. They're super fast. One of the best characteristics of an email marketing campaign is that it usually works fast. A person does not require waiting weeks or months to see the results of their email marketing campaign results. Once sent, your business emails will instantly reach your consumers and offer up-to-date content and information. In brief, email marketing techniques can assist small businesses to keep up to date with their consumers and thus operate in real time. 6. Boosting revenue. This form of marketing can help your business in increasing its sales and generate more revenue. Email marketing can assist your company in developing sales via other channels. Therefore, take your time as a small-scale business owner to create suitable types of email marketing tactics, avoid dreaded spam levels, and your business will see an increase in its revenue within the shortest time possible.